live from San Diego, California, down here at San Diego State University, helping my daughter Sophie get moved out of her dorm so we can come home to Seattle for the summer. All right, but today is NFL schedule release day. It came out about a half hour ago, so I finally had a chance to break off from moving to check this out and go game by game and see how this thing looks. AD, what's happening? Skyblade, welcome. Let's just look through this schedule one game at a time and we'll do a really rough prediction on how we think this might go. All right, you guys can help me along because I don't have anything to write this down with. So as I'm tallying up the wins, losses, you can kind of help me out here. All right, so I got this phone in my hand, it's very low tech, and I've got another phone in the other hand, and we're just gonna go through, starting with preseason for fun, and then go down to the regular season. All right, let's do this. AD, I'll have to check the message. I'm not sure which message you're talking about, but you guys can help me out here. I'm gonna flip the schedule, flip the phone so you can look at the schedule, and here we go. Seahawks schedule, can you guys see that? Focus, sucker, focus. As focus as it gets. I guess that's gonna have to do. All right, so we've got, and the first preseason game is going to be against the Raiders. I was hoping this would be in Las Vegas. I'd have an excuse to go to the game there, but it's going to be at Lumen Field at home. So first game of the schedule will be against the Raiders. Preseason doesn't really matter, but that'll be a fun rematch with Pete Carroll and Geno Smith. I don't even know if he'll play, though, because, it's a preseason. He might play some, but anyway, so that's that. We wouldn't count a win and loss that one, but yeah, who knows? We'll win. All right, then in preseason week 2, we stay at home to play the Chiefs. And again, preseason, so it's not really going to be a real measure of things. Probably see a lot of backups. Yeah, what the heck, we'll win that one too. Then we go on the road for the final preseason game of the year. And we go to Lambeau Field to face the Packers over in Lambeau. Yeah, we'll probably lose that one. So we go 1-2 on the season against in the preseason for the games that don't even mean anything. All right, let's go. Regular season week 1, starting first game September 7th, is going to be home against the dreaded 49ers. Well, maybe they're dreadful this year. We'll see. A 1 o'clock game, Lumen Field. I like our chances here with the Seahawks, with the great draft that they had. 49ers kind of in a rebuild mode, still trying to figure out what they're going to do at quarterback. I say we start out this year 1-0 at home. We got to get this one done. Got to get our home field advantage back. So 1-0 against the Niners. Week 2. We go to the road to the Steelers. Wasn't going to be the international game I was hoping for. I thought we would get to see the Steelers in Ireland. Didn't work out that way. So we go to Acrisure Stadium. Is that the name of their new stadium? I'm assuming that this is, they're. I'm just so used to calling it Heinz Field. Anyway, so that's the Steelers. Ooh, Steelers. What do you think? DK Metcalf rematch. And haven't had that much luck playing in Pittsburgh, but this is not the same Steelers team. I'm going to go a little bit gutsy here and say we will win this game. Let's say we beat the Steelers on the road and get one back in a place that we've had a tough time. That makes us 2-0. All right. Then week 3, it's a homecoming, and we face the Saints back at Lumen Field in an afternoon game. 1 o'clock game on the 21st of September. The Saints, who are still trying to figure their things out. Plus, we took their offensive coordinator and several of their offensive coaches. So, yeah, do I like our odds there? I do. Can we pull it off and get 3-0 on the year, getting a win against the Saints? That would be amazing, right? All right, continuing along. Then we play a Thursday night game, prime time, first prime time game on Thursday night. This is going to be on the road against the Cardinals. Cardinals, of course, didn't do so great last year. We swept them last year. Any reason to think that we can't do the same next year? I think we will. Let's say we go 4-0 to start the year as we take on the Cardinals and beat them in the toaster in the desert on Thursday night football for the whole world to see. Then we continue on. Let's see. Don't see what no bye yet. This is going to be Lumen Field again. I like how it's kind of back and forth. no double on the road games. So back at Lumen, an afternoon game, and this is hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay, you know, depending on which version shows up, could be kind of challenging. You know, I feel like this one might be one of those bites you in the butt, kind of get too confident on who you are. I feel like this might be one of those surprise games where you feel like we should win this game, but we're going to come up short for some reason. And I say we lose this one against the Buccaneers at home. So then we are 4-1 at this point. Help keep track in case I lose track, because that's what happens sometimes. All right, then let's see. That's on the okay. So still no bye yet. Week 6, we are at Jacksonville to play the Jaguars. This is a 10 a.m. game, a second 10 a.m. game. Jacksonville, what do we think of Jacksonville? I mean, a team that has had their struggles for a while. I feel like we can get this one done as well, despite the 10 a.m. start. I do like this team, the way we're built. Jaguars, I think they can be had. Let's say we go 5-1, baby, as we get into week 6. And then we have, is it prime time? It is. Prime time Monday Night Football. Okay, so second prime time game of the year against the Texans back at home in Lumen Field. We got to be rocking, baby, on this one. Texans, as we know, a playoff team that's been there on the big time on the rise right here. This will maybe one of the tougher games, inter-conference games on the season. This is going to be a tough one. Man. What do you guys think? I'm trying to decide here, but, you know, prime time? Can we recapture that prime time magic? I feel like this is going to be a barn burner. This is going to be a close one, but I feel like we're going to shock the world and come out ahead. Call me crazy, but we 6-1 after Monday night against the Texans. Feeling really good. Then we get a bye. That's a nice timed bye here in week 8. Just about, not quite midway through the season, but the early part of it, which is not too bad, not too early, not too late, but just about right for some of those early season owies. Then we are on the road against another playoff team in the NFC, the Commanders. And this is Sunday night prime time, back-to-back prime time games. Oh my God, what do you guys think about this one? Facing the rematch against Bobby Wagner and damn good quarterback over there, program on the rise, Dan Quinn at the helm. Whew. Oh, man. Could we win this one, or is this going to be one of those games that gets us, I'm going to say, and against a tough team on the road? This one hurts to say it, but I say we lose this game, and then we go, what are we, 6-2 now? 6-2. I agree with Justin. We go 6-2 with a heartbreaking loss on the road. Sunday Night Football. I want to win all of the primetime games, but you know how the reality is. So 6-2 going into week 9. We go back home again, this time regular time, the afternoon game against the Arizona Cardinals back at Lumen Field. Again, we swept them last year. We've had our way with them. I say we sweep them again. We bounce back from that primetime loss, and we get another win. That makes us 7-2. In week 10. All right, we're going down the stretch here, the last half of the schedule. Then we get into the tough games here. This is going to where the rubber meets the road. Sunday afternoon game in SoFi against the Rams, who've had our number, well, at least when it counted this past couple years. Do we get revenge on the Rams on the road? We're 7-2 right now, according to my record. Do we get the win, or do we lose this game? We barely should have beaten them twice last year. Oh, man. Can we sweep the Rams, or are we going to suffer another loss here? Justin, I'm kind of feeling what you're feeling here. I feel like it's going to be another tough one. Rams on the road, they're always tough. They got our number, 7-3. 7-3 as we lose a tough one to the Rams on the road. But we'll get them later. Here we go. This is going to be an interesting matchup with the number 1 pick over at the quarterback at the Tennessee Titans in Tennessee, playing what is this, Sunday? It's a morning game, another 10 a.m. game on Sunday in Tennessee. Can we get the best of the rookie QB? Also, we're going to see Tyler Lockett in the Titans uniform running around out there. But I like our chances here, man. I think we won't drop 2 in a row. We will beat the Titans, and we will go. We'll be 8-3, beating the Titans on their own territory and upsetting the rookie quarterback and the reunion with Tyler Lockett. All right, 8-3 after week 12. We go to week 13. This is going to be a fun game too. This is a home game, regular time in the afternoon. It's the Minnesota Vikings. We play host at Lumen Field. The rematch of Sam Darnold with his old team. What did I say? 8-3 going. Did I say 8-3? 8-3 so far? Yes, 8-3. We lost to the Vikings in a heartbreaker last year. Can we get revenge on them this time? Can Sam Darnold put the hex on them on this rematch game? I'm going to say, man, I really want to say we win this game. I say we do it, baby. I know it's a tall order with Justin Jefferson and pretty good Vikings team who fell short in the playoffs due to Sam Darnold's bad play. But I say Sam Darnold exercises his demons and gets revenge on his whole team. We go 9-3, baby. Get a win against the Vikings at home. Here we go. Then a game that I'm interested in, I'm heavily considering going to this game to see the Seahawks take on the Falcons in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. I got Sports Live in the ATL over there. Might try to see about joining them. He's sent me the invite many times to come join him out there, take advantage of some of those good deals on refreshments and concessions. This is another 10 a.m. game. We got a lot of 10 a.m.s this season. At the Falcons, playing against most likely going to see Michael Penix from UW. Can we get this done? Can we go, what did we say, 9-3? Is that where we're at? 9-3? Justin says 9-4. We beat the Atlanta Falcons last year, but they did not have, Kirk Cousins did not have a good game. Michael Penix this time. I got a good feeling we will win this game. We're going to win this game. I'm going to say 10, what am I at? 10-3? 10-3. Going 10-3 here against the Falcons in Atlanta, maintaining our stretch of wins down there in A-Town. And maybe in the stands, I'll be cheering for him and watching my buddy Sports Live in the ATL pissed off at his team for losing against us. We go to week 15. We're almost to the finish here, and we get into December 14th, right after my dad's birthday. It's a home game again. I do like the fact that we keep alternating back and forth. We don't have like that brutal stretch where you have like 2 back-to-back road games. We've got the Colts back at Lumen Field, afternoon game. And this is Colts. I do not have a good sense with this game where the Colts sort of stand. And of course, this far into the season, who knows where the teams will be at. But I can't think that this is going to be just some kind of win every single game. We're gonna drop one here. Sadly, when you think we shouldn't lose this one, we will. Where am I at here? 10? Did I say 10? That would make us 10-4. I think 10-4. 10-4 here, losing to the Colts at home in one of those games where you go like, my God, how did we lose this game? All right. Can you guys see that okay? I'm trying to get the focus in this damn thing. All right. We go to week 16 and a rematch with the Rams at home. They got us in their house. I don't think they sweep us this year. We'll be better at home. We're not going to make the same stupid mistakes we did last year. No more red zone interceptions. No more dumbass turnovers. We're going to get back on this one, and it's going to be a primetime game. Thursday night football again for the world to see. So Amazon Prime game. I say we get even with them. We get this win. So we move to 11. What am I at? 11-4? 11. This is 11-3. You said it'll be 11-3 on my predictions. All right. Well, I'm going 11-4. I think I got that right. 11-4 at this point against the Rams with the win on prime time. Okay. Second to last game of the year at Panthers. Panthers, we better not lose this game here. It's not. We don't have the time. It's not scheduled yet. That's obviously they'll probably flex these. But I'm saying we get this win regardless. Playing at the Panthers, probably going to be another 10 a.m. game most likely. But we'll get this win. That's going to make us 12-4 if my count is right. Tell me my count is right. Justin says I have one more loss predicted than you so far. Really? Okay. Well. It's got to be 12-4 because we're down to the last game right here. Anyway, 49ers in San Fran. This is to be determined. This could be flexed if it's one of those games that's come down to the division. I don't think it's going to come down to a tight division race between the 49ers and the Seahawks. If we're in a division race, it's going to be a race with the Rams. So I'm not as fearful of the 49ers this year for good reason, and hopefully my instinct is correct. The 49ers being in a major rebuild here, I say we get this win. We sweep the Niners for the first time in a while, and that would make us, I think I'm saying 13-4. I think I'm 13-4 here with this win. I could be wrong. I might have lost count. It could be 14-3. I thought I had 4. More realistic is 4. 13-4. Am I crazy? 13-4. 13-4 after going through the schedule count. There we go. What do you guys think? That nuts? Did I get one of these games really off? What did I say the losses are? The losses are going to be to, let me go through this again. The teams we will lose to, we're going to lose to, I said we'd start off undefeated, and then we'd beat the Cardinals, lose to the Buccaneers, I said, beat the Jags, beat the Texans, lose to the Commanders, that's 2, beat the Cardinals, lose to the Rams, that's 3, beat the Titans. Oh, did I say we beat the Vikings? No, I said we beat the Vikings. Beat the Falcons. Lose to the Colts. That's what it is. There you go. That's my 4 losses right there. Okay. There we go. So, yeah, 13-4. Call me crazy, man, but, we've 10-7 last year, 10-7, didn't make the playoffs. Previous season, should have made the playoffs too. But, yeah, that's my feeling. What do you guys have? Somebody said 0-17. Some 49er fans said 0-17. Yeah, right. Come on now. Any other predictions in here as well? I guess that's it. Oh, Base Tugboat says 9-8. He says, come on, where's your confidence, brother? 13-4. I'm sticking with it. So there we go. AD is, when are you going to do the Speak Your Mind Ice Bucket Challenge, Chrysostom?
I'll get to it when I get to it, okay? SportsLiveintheATL hasn't even done his yet. I'm waiting. He says he's going to do it tomorrow. I don't know if I trust him, though.
All right. Well, there you go. I like it, though. Overall, I feel pretty good about just the overall flow of the schedule. There's a lot of 10 a.m. starts. Hopefully that won't be an issue. How many prime times do we have? We had a Sunday, a Monday, and 2 Thursdays. So I think, when I count 4 primetime games, and I think we go 3-1 in prime time, which would be pretty damn good. But overall, strength of schedule is pretty good. I wish we could have faced the Titans earlier. I'd like to get the #1 draft pick in Cam Ward earlier before he kind of figures things out. Get the rookie when he's still kind of like when we faced the Broncos last year. And we got to get him when, Bo Nix was still rough and he barely threw the ball downfield. By the end of the season, he was a lot better. So I'm hoping that Cam Ward doesn't have his groove on, and him and Lockett aren't like lock and step, kicking butt by the time we face them. So we are definitely catching them late in the season. Otherwise, I really can't complain. It's a pretty good schedule. I like the start of it being that. Niners, again, I think we're catching them at a good time. Yeah, it's the first game of the season. I can't remember the last time we opened a game against the Niners. It's been a while. Steelers, again, I'm not super confident in that win. I'm kind of hoping that we do get it, even though history tells me that we struggle at Pittsburgh, and we struggle against Pittsburgh at home too. So, the Saints too. Again, ignoring the history because we have not done well, typically against New Orleans down. In New Orleans, so I'm hoping that we're going to break some of these trends of these tough road games. I guess we did have. Sorry, not New Orleans. My bad. That's here, but the Saints I think got the best of us the last time we played them. But that was a very different team. So yeah, the Steelers and Saints games. The Steelers definitely is one where I'm kind of going against probably the odds. Like I said, Buccaneers, Jags, Cardinals. I mean, these are all very winnable games. Texans, that's another tough one. I said that's a win, but that's a tough one even at home. Texans are a damn good team. Commanders, I put that as a loss, and that's going to be a tough one. So that mid part of the schedule definitely challenging for sure. Then we got Arizona, then the Rams, Titans, depends on what the Titans are doing. Vikings, that's going to be another one that could go either way. Falcons, you know, they're going to be a totally different team. So it's hard to tell, like with Penix, if he's presumably healthy playing through the entire season to that point, how good will they be with him? Colts, hard to gauge on that one. And then Rams, always tough. Panthers should be a win. And Niners, you know, if we're expecting Niners, sorry about the jackhammer sounding sounds out there. There's people moving out all over the place, and they got the moving bins all rolling around. And then the Niners, again, finishing out the schedule. We start with the Niners, we finish with the Niners. How crazy is that? So hopefully we can button up the schedule with a sweep of the Niners. We had a great way to start and a great way to finish. But yeah, man, it's overall it's pretty good. I think the schedule makers did a decent job for us on this one. There's no excuses why we couldn't potentially be 13-4. I don't think that's a super stretch. There might be one or two games that the Steelers, like I said, the Steelers and the Texans, 2 games that could swing the other way. And if it did swing the other way, that would make it 11-6 if I'm on the wrong side of those predictions. So, but I like everything else, right? I do think we can sweep the Niners. I think we can sweep the Cardinals, and the Rams we split. I think that's a pretty fair prediction of the West. Of course, it rarely ever goes the way we predicted to, but you never know. You never know. Let me read a few of these comments here. It will be a sold-out game for the preseason game against the Las Vegas Raiders in Seattle. Yeah, that might actually be one of the more popular preseason games, given what's happening, given the fact that it's a homecoming for Pete Carroll and just that whole thing. So that will be interesting to see how that all plays out, even for a preseason game. Because normally preseason, there's always extra tickets. What's the ceiling and floor prediction? Well, there you go. 13-4 on the high side. 14-2, 14-3 if they steal a game. And like I said, 11-6 if they go the way that I think most odd makers will have it. And then if they lose one of these other games that they should win, then the floor would be 10-7. So I say we're 10-7 and 14-3 on the high side. So there's the low and the high for you. Am I going to go to the Super Bowl again if the Seahawks make it, says Hugh Green. Man, it's the prices now, man. With 2 girls going to be in college next year, Super Bowl is probably out for me. Even if we go, I'll definitely have to think twice, like we actually make it. Like, remember I said I probably won't go? Oh, doggone it. That'll be a lot of fun. Definitely won't be this year, but I'm the future. I'm not sure what that is. Justin says, my mom said, bring back fan versus fan. Those were iconic. You're talking about the Rivals videos. I know. I miss making them. So I do want to get back to making those. Those were a blast. A lot of work to do, but it'd be fun to do. Can you email the president of the Seahawks if you can announce one of the Seahawks draft picks and interview the president of the Seahawks? I actually have had one-on-one time with the president of the Seahawks in a very casual setting at that, but I doubt he would do an interview. He's very protective of things he says. Getting to announce the draft, it's kind of like the 12 flag. You don't just go up and say, hey, man, can I raise the flag? Can I announce the pick? I mean, I think it'd be cool, even notwithstanding the fact that when I was fan of the year 2023, I would have loved it if that you automatically get to announce the draft pick. But I think they should make it league-wide that if you are the elected fan of the year for your team, that one of the perks is you get to announce the draft pick at the following year's draft. I just think that would be a cool honorary thing for all fans of the year to do, not just selfishly, but for every team. I think they should make that a regular thing. Nicholas loves SpongeBob. Big fan of mine. Thank you very much. Chandler says Texans should be tough in defensive game with the Steelers as well. Brian Kirby, as long as they stay healthy and don't catch the injury bug. Oh yeah, AD 49ers game on September 7th is the 27th birthday. Hey. Tyler P, what's up? Go Hawks and then Mousetropolis. It will be a sold-out game for the preseason against the Raiders. We'll see about that. preseason games rarely sell out, but then again, it's not every day that you have Pete Carroll having a homecoming game against the Seahawks. That alone might tip the scales. That might be one of the most highest demand preseason games ever. Brian, Captain Seahawks is there with his wife. I know. I know that he won some kind of fundraising contest, and that's why he got to do it this year. So he pays big bucks. He spends a lot of money on every game because he does those field seats, which are down the field. Those things cost like $1,000 a game. I don't have that kind of money, yo. So, anyway, Tyler P. Yeah, Madden. Yeah, there's so many more things I want to get back to. But big transitional year, given that this is the year that my youngest daughter, Vanessa, will be graduating from Kent Ridge High School and will be joining her sister, Sophie, who will be a junior at San Diego State. So I'll have 2 girls going to San Diego State right behind me in 2025 fall. So big changes coming in our household. So I'll keep you up to date on all these things. But for now, that's where I'm standing, 13-4, very, very possible, very realistic. But, 11-6 if I get a couple wrong. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you, Linda. Thanks for watching. Everybody, thanks for watching. And enjoy the rest of your week. More videos coming at you. I know we're kind of hitting the slow time of the year here as we start to hit the hibernation period before training camp really kicks in and things get warmed up again. But it's going to be a fun year. I feel really good about this season. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. Go Hawks, baby.